you guys? How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Let's see who all's here. Hey, Mama Bear. Hey, Johnny. Hey, B Crumbs. Hey, Maria. Carol freaking Claus. Chopper police line. Do not cross. Slowly crosses police line. It's not the boss of me. Hey, B Crumbs. Hey, Leo. Hey, Mark. Let's see. Cool Gamer. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, Pointer Lover. I hope you have a good day at work. Hey, Sue Ann. Chopper, which I just said hi to you. Well, I read your comment, but hello. How are you guys today? What a day it's been. Hey, Tony. Hey, headphones. Okay. Hey, Struggle Israel. Hey, West Virginia Mama, Nicole, Queen Olive. Good to see you guys. Hi, Amber. So a lot of things have been happening, you know. I am so disappointed in general. Well, first we'll talk about this Carly situation, okay? Carly Russell. I felt like the proper thing to do was wait for information and wait to get some facts. They came today. And it's got me just pissed off that so much attention is on this. I don't want to give it much attention. This will be the only time we talk about this because for this reason. Let me show you guys something, okay? This is some BS. I know that Melissa Jade and Jinlu plan to talk about this in depth. So we're just going to take a second, but I want to just show you guys a little bit of information, okay? Why this is such BS. There is an epidemic of missing Black women, and they never get media attention, okay? So the one time that they do, this happens, right? This is just upsetting, depressing. Hey, Blues Girl. I'm disappointed in the Borgos thing. I'm disappointed in the stuff with Kendrick Johnson, but we're going to start with this. Okay, let me read this to you. Nearly 40% of missing persons are of color, but Black people make up significantly less of the population at 13%. McGraw and Wilson noted that the persistent coverage of Gabby Petito, a 22-year-old blonde woman who was missing in 2021 and found to have been murdered by her fiance, motivated Black outlets and social media sites to shine a spotlight on their missing. Gabby got a lot of attention. Here's just some other things. I was just looking at some things today. In 2020, 100,000 women of color went missing. Right now, there's over 60,000 missing nationwide. Right now. Okay? They never get any coverage. Black women are more likely to go missing, but they receive less news coverage than missing white women. And the one time that all this attention is surrounding it, it's a hoax. It's bullshit. I'm sorry. You know, I understand why people are interested in it and talking about it. I feel like, though, for me, there's a lot of true crime that's actually going on. Many missing people that need the attention. This situation out in Portland, which I can't believe more people aren't talking about it. We're going to go through a lot today. His social media, his girlfriend's interview, family's interview after they found out that there is a person of interest. Hey, Jay. So I just think that this is gross all around. And I'm honestly disappointed I'm just disappointed. So second thing I'm disappointed about that I wanted to chat with you guys about really quickly before we get started. Kendrick Johnson. In my opinion, I believe that he was brutally murdered. I also believe that he has not gotten justice. I know that there is a lot of people talking. I went up on a panel today for a few minutes on Deets on the Streets. There is a person that was in the community that, did a lot for speaking out against some of the things. And I don't want to get too much into it here because this is I would rather do that on Real Talk with Alex, but I do want to just say, I want to mention Kendrick's case again, and I want to show you guys one of my old videos on it, okay? Because Kendrick Johnson, 17 years old, supposedly fell into a wrestling mat looking for some shoes, right? First of all, his dad tried to fit in the wrestling mat. It was only 15 inches wide when they have that hole in it. They were out there measuring. His shoulders were 18 inches wide. There are multiple things that do not add up. This young man's organs were stolen. He was stuffed with paper. There was video surveillance footage hidden. There are witnesses who have came forward and claimed that they know a crime took place and that they were told that by these certain individuals. And these witnesses were then arrested and held in solitary confinement till they didn't speak on it anymore. This is not cool. Not cool at all. So I'm going to take a second and I want to show you guys a video about him. And then we're going to get into this Portland stuff. But this is important. You know, these are the things that need to be talked about. And yeah, I'm just annoyed today. So let me see really quickly. I think I have it on my community tab. I've got a few videos on it. I've been talking about Kendrick's case for years. I've talked to his mom for years. You know, she was supposed to come on the channel. I never got back to her about it, and I should have. She's on TikTok all the time trying to make awareness for what's happened to Kendrick. This video here, if you guys will, like maybe later, if you have time, you can check it out. It's one of my first live streams. The quality is not good, but there are many details that are true that need to be discussed. And so as embarrassing as it is, I still want to share it. Then Kelly came on with me and we talked about it last year when yet again they said they rolled it an accident. But I just want to show you this quick short. Meet 17-year-old Kendrick Johnson. Kendrick's mother reported him missing when he never came home on January 10th of 2013. The next day, his body was discovered upside down in an upright wrestling mat. His body was wedged in tightly and his face was so swollen it was unrecognizable. The preliminary investigation concluded his death was an accident due to positional asphyxia, somehow happening when he was trying to retrieve his shoes. The family paid for a second autopsy that found a non-accidental blunt force trauma on his neck. Oh, and all of his organs were missing and he had been stuffed with newspaper. Also, there was blood spatter on the wall that wasn't tested, but it was almost as if a fight had occurred. There are lots of rumors going around that he may have been fighting with one of these two brothers, Brandon and Brian Bell, but their father is an FBI agent. He made sure they didn't talk to investigators, but the case has been reopened. So there's much more to it. Please, if you guys can later, check it out. Maybe we'll do a stream on it. You know, it needs to be talked about. And, Jen, I love you. And you guys, yeah, Jen is going to be doing an important live tonight to go further into the Carly stuff. So I don't want to go into it anymore. I'm not going to give it any more attention on this channel because, yeah, we have other things that really need to be talked about anyways. Also, did you see on my community tab? Let me show you guys before we get started. I was looking and I'm like, first of all, there's a new article about Koberger. I'm not going to cover that. There's enough people that will be covering that. It was interesting, though. It said that, you know, he was angry a lot, would ball his fist up till his knuckles would turn white, things like that. It was just a little interview, but check this out for a second. 2 naked, trigger warning. Okay, this is true crime. These are cases that are not getting talked about because, you know, that need to be. That's all I'm going to say. I'm in a little bit of a feisty mood today. I will say, you know, it didn't help also some of the things that the emails and messages I got regarding another incident that I certainly will not be discussing over here. But I did make a post on Real Talk with Alex if you guys saw that. So 2 naked bloody boys escape House of Horrors where they were imprisoned for years. Okay. This is horrible. Freaking load. On July 13th, a Milwaukee resident saw Katie Koch's 2 sons, 7 and 9, climb onto an air conditioner unit and walk down the street. A child who witnessed the ordeal described these boys as cavemen who acted like they had never seen the sun before. Residents also reported that the boys were covered with blood and feces. Prosecutors said that responding police officers located Koch, who was asking a man on the phone if he was almost home so you can help explain what's going on. An investigator revealed that Coach 34 and her boyfriend Joel were living in a filthy home that reeked of feces and urine. The Milwaukee Journal Sentinel reported that the feces was, just a second. Oh, it won't let me click on it to get the full picture, but if you're on your phone, you can. For some reason, the computer acts funky with that, so I can't even finish that. But according to the Daily Beast, she kept the boys in a bedroom, boarded up the windows. They're not potty trained. They cannot read or write. One of them is unable to use full sentences. Coach admitted that she never enrolled them in school. And yeah, so she's charged with chronic neglect of a child, false imprisonment, neglecting a child. Their hair was matted with feces. That's what that was about to say. Horrific. Then one other case that I had posted about. You see these things going on, and look, and you see all the, like, and even mainstream media with this Carly Russell stuff, the coverage that it's gotten, it is damn depressing. Like, Jen is doing a live tonight. She has not commented on it. She was waiting for police because the speculation was so crazy. It wasn't going to help anything. I respect that. The police officer today, he was not going to comment on some of her other searches, and out of respect for her. We just don't know the full story yet. And so I think it's important to wait for the facts, because that's what true crime is, right? Conspiracy is like the speculation and all of that, but true crime comes down to the facts. Okay, that's just the way I see it. Then this lady, 12-year-old, allegedly strangled by mom who also tried to kill her 4-year-old son in Tennessee. Those are posted on my thing. You guys can check it out. But now we're going to get ready and get into this stuff in Oregon. Let me see. Oh, Carol freaking Claus, thank you. I love you. Oh, Dorothy, good to see you. Yeah, caked in their hair. Hey, Chris. Love you too, Dorothy. Yeah, just lovely. Hey, Candy Cane. Horrific. How could anyone treat a child that way? I know. And the worst thing is that a lot of these things go under the radar, because we're focused on this woman who who was searching about the movie Taken for 2 days before she disappeared. And like all day, every day. That's all I've seen. It's just, I don't know, you guys. It's very, it's depressing. Hey, sis, facts and snacks. I saw the body cam of that house with the boys. Oh my God, Delaney, I haven't seen that yet. Can you let me know where that's at? Because I want to cover that. Today, we're going to talk about the serial killer in Oregon. So it's not going to be today. But I love you, Leo. I love you guys. I really do. I need to get out of true crime. My heart can't handle these poor babies. I've rethought my whole place in true crime. Put me in a room for 5 minutes with anyone who hurts kids. Hey, Willie. Yeah, so tonight, let me see. Melissa and Jen and I were talking about how sad it is that this is how many Black women don't get the coverage, and then this happens. It's very sad. So she's doing a live at 7. Jen is on at 9. I dropped their links. Court TV. Okay. Oh, B Crumbs, thank you. I know, Ren. It was horrible. Thank you, B Crumbs. That's so sweet. Appreciate that. You guys are too good to me. Okay, so now to switch bases. This situation in Portland is getting very interesting, and it deserves coverage, right? But, oh my gosh, you guys. So we're going to look at a few things. Jesse's girlfriend has come out and done an interview where I watched it the other day and I was falling asleep, but I listened to some today, and there were some things that I noticed that I hadn't heard before. But she talks about a couple of the girls. She had contact with these girls. The family of Kristen Smith and Ashley Real have reacted to the news that he has been arrested, and we're going to check that out. And we have footage of his arrest because he tried to run. So I want to show you guys that too. But before we do that, let me show you his Facebook page. So remember, Amber knows her fiance knows him, and he was a ladies' man. So I find that really interesting. And when you look at his Facebook, I can make more sense of it, because when I saw his picture, I'm like, huh? But now I see. But let me show you guys. I'm behind a bit because my manager thought our meeting should go over my time to clock out and watch Alex. Music City Mom. Hey, Caffeinated Cat Lady. I know, it is. Hey, Hippie Sissy. Hey, Trap Mafia. Good to see you guys. This is important to me. It is me too, Cray Cray. And Burgos is too, and we are going to talk about that still. It's just a lot going on, and, but okay, let me show you guys his pictures. This is the one I used for my thumbnail, which he looks creepy as hell here. These are old, from 2016. Some, I don't want to, let's go past these. Now, this one. I could see him pulling a few ladies, especially in a party and environment, right? Where, yeah. Hold on, you guys. Let's see. I don't want to. I mean, it is public, right? But still, we're not going to put the kids on here. Yeah, it's been quite interesting learning about this guy, and I want to show you guys some more. So let's go. First, we'll listen to. No, let me first show you his arrest, because it's pretty short and it's kind of interesting to see.
Dude, it's FBI. It's FBI or something.
Where's the volume?
Wrong kid to stop at the convenience store.
Rubber bullet. They got him with a rubber bullet. Malicious intent. I'm so excited for tomorrow.
See, if I wouldn't have told you, to been over there still charging you.
Oh, thank you, Carol freaking Claus. So let me just read this to you, because it says, this is exclusive footage of the arrest of suspected serial killer Jesse Lee Calhoun, who was arrested for a parole violation on July 6th near a convenience store in Milwaukee near Southeast McLaughlin Boulevard and Monroe Street. Calhoun apparently tried to escape law enforcement officers by jumping into the river before being surrounded and captured near the gas station. In the video, you can hear law enforcement officers telling him to put his hands up before shooting him with a rubber bullet. So, hold on just a sec, you guys. Okay. So yeah, Tiff, this is a different one. This is the Portland. But we had been talking about a potential serial killer out in Portland. There were several women who had been found, and there are several missing, several found murdered, and several who had been missing, and no one has found yet. And police just 2 days ago announced that yes, they do have a suspect, and this is him. And there's some really good information. So I think the next thing we're going to look at is Ashley Reel's dad has done an interview, and I want to show that. I want to show you the interview with Jesse's girlfriend, though. That is like, whew, very interesting. So here, let's just watch together. Damn, it's hot, y'all. Oh, wrong dude. Carry on. When you find a new place like home. Like his girlfriend had found pictures of some of the victims and had talked to some of the victims. It's crazy. I'm glad that she's speaking out, though. I really am. I think that it can only help. So, come on now. Really?
One of the women who was killed was Ashley.
There's literally nobody here. Trenton just left for football, so there's no reason for the internet to be stupid.
Women who was killed was Ashley Rial. K2's Francis Lynn visited her father and joins us with more.
Ashley Rial? I've been calling her Ashley Real. I wonder, because it's spelled like real, R-E-A-L.
Not imagine what he's going through.
Yeah, well, Ashley's father is obviously in a tremendous amount of pain, and he tells me that he would switch places with his daughter in a second.
Something in my heart is missing.
One of the worst pains a person can feel is what Jose Rial and his family are going through right now. 22-year-old Ashley Rial was last seen on Southeast Division on March 27th. Her remains were found on May 7th near Eagle Creek.
It's very hard to live without her. Very hard.
Ashley's father tells me nothing will be the same, and he misses her every single day.
I cannot protect her. I cannot be with her that day. Because I always, that time when she born, that always.
Oh my God, you guys, if this does not rip your heart out of your chest. Oh, Ren, thank you. He's in jail, Mallory. So, oh, thank you, B Crumbs. Thank you, Ren. Thank you, Carol freaking Claus. Appreciate you guys. So he's in jail. He was arrested at the beginning of July, but we didn't find out about it until like the 18th, 17th, something like that. His girlfriend did an interview on the 14th, and we're going to listen to that. This is horrible. Oh, thank you, Delaney. Yeah. So he was released early from prison with like this. The governor granted clemency to like 50 inmates in Oregon, right, during COVID. Or right after COVID. And he was during COVID, actually, but he was released early, I think in 2021. And it was conditional. So they were able to revoke that and bring him back at any time. When they found out that he was likely responsible for this and he had a connection to so many of the victims, they revoked that and, reversed it. So I hope I'm making sense. My mind is all over the place because I'm pissed off, man. I'm pissed off over this girl faking being kidnapping. I'm pissed off over it getting so much attention, yet so much awful shit happens and nobody gets, that never gets talked about. I'm pissed off that Kendrick Johnson, well, I'm happy his case is being brought up again, but I'm pissed off at the light that it's been brought up in. I'm just like, it's depressing. These are depressing times for like true crime. They just are.
Was for her, to protect her, to be there.
Aww.
And I feel so sad because I missed that day.
He tells me Ashley was a kind
I
and
feel
loving
so
girl.
sad.
She was so sweet. She was. She never hurt somebody. Never. She always helped people. She always.
This is just pitiful, y'all.
Everybody.
When we
My
asked
God,
what she-
this is pitiful. I'm pissed off that Burgos didn't get the death penalty too. I know, Pointer Lover. Well, because the people who actually did it are so intertwined in the local government there, and the FBI. That's just that. Then what happens to the next person who actually needs help? Exactly, Willie. Well, actually, I brought it up at the beginning. African American people count for 40% of our missing people. They're only 13% of the population, but specifically Black women, they don't really get much coverage, and there is an epidemic of them being missing. And the one that gets all this coverage is a damn hoax. That's bullshit. It ain't right. It ain't right. Not to mention some of the low down dirty stuff that happens on here. Like, I'm disgusted.
He thought of the possible new development in the case. He says he's just in mourning now.
Maybe you don't have a daughter, you don't have a son now, but believe me, when somebody loses a daughter or a son, so sad. I cannot sleep. I cannot feel okay anywhere I want. I go because I'm missing her a lot.
Even though there is a person of interest now, police
That is absolutely heartbreaking. Poor man. My God. I've been so upset today. I know. I feel bad for him too. I would love to give him a hug. He said when someone loses a son or daughter, it's so sad. I can't sleep. I mean, that's just pitiful. Sad. Okay, so next, let me show you. Before we listen to this interview, I'm going to show you. Amber, when we do get to the interview, will you drop Belly Ray's channel, please, and also your group? So Kristen's family also reacts to the news. So let me grab that really quickly. Finally, they're getting something done. It wasn't just a couple months ago, Portland police said none of these deaths were connected. And I truly believe because of people being so vocal, it put a lot of pressure on them.
Tonight we are hearing from the
Oh, hold on. Let me give it a second to load. Let me check on y'all's comments for a minute. We'll talk for a sec. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Melissa Jade. She is blue. She's been dropping the Facebook group and stuff for this Oregon stuff. Plus, Amber's a doll, but hey, cutie pie. She needs to be held accountable to show people what happens. Make example out of that, Carly. No real justice was wrong with Laredo, Texas. Just thinking I used to live there. I know, you guys. It's so sad. Matt says, Matt, hey, Purple. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it is what it is, I guess. Okay, I'm going to play this.
family of Kristen Smith. She's one of 4 local women found dead since February. Investigators now saying their deaths are connected. K2's Francis Lynn is live for us at the live desk. Fran, you heard from Kristen Smith's mother.
Yeah, her mother, Melissa Smith, describes her daughter as someone with a bright personality and a great sense of humor. And her mother says even though Kristen was on the streets for a little bit, that doesn't define her after the news of a possible person of interest being linked to 4 of the...
For those of you guys who don't know and haven't followed this along with some of us so closely, he preyed on women that were addicts and were in the sex, that were in the sex trade world, or however you want to say that. He preyed on people who maybe wouldn't be reported missing so quickly, and it is just a fact that even addicts in recovery are treated differently when it comes to law enforcement and stuff like that. In my opinion, I see that often, but I'm not saying always. But it is truly sick that he preyed on such vulnerable individuals like that.
Murders. Kristen's mother and sister say they started reading everything they can find online because they say authorities couldn't share a lot of details with them.
They didn't even tell me what I read. I learned everything by reading the articles and then watching the news.
Hey, Crime
I
Curious.
was just
Hey,
told
Shay.
that there's going to be a news broadcast and it was going to be happening today. I didn't realize it was going to happen immediately, but that's all I was told. I was told they don't have any details at this time.
Kristen's sister Haley says even though police say there's no active danger to the public, it's hard to not feel scared that this can still happen to anyone. I'll have more with her coming up tonight on K2 News at 6. At the live desk, Francis Lincoln.
Well, it has another 2
K2
seconds.
News.
See you back here at 6. Thanks, Fran. Sources tell K2 the person of interest in the woman's death is 38-year-old Jesse Lee Calhoun. He was serving his sentence for burglary. Former Oregon Governor
There he
granted
is.
him clemency
Looks
in
blurry.
2021. Governor Tina Kotek's office says Kotek revoked the commutation this month at the request of the Multnomah County DA's office. Calhoun was brought back to state prison. He is not currently charged in any of the deaths. Stay with K2 News for continuing coverage of this story. We'll bring you up.
Okay, so now we're about to get into, this is like very interesting. And let me grab the link too. Velly Ray is a local there who's also a YouTube creator, and he's been going around trying to talk to the people on the streets, get more information, that kind of stuff. And he did an interview 4 days 4 days before I saw it, 5 days ago now, on July 14th with Jesse's girlfriend. And some of the things that she says are so interesting, especially the pictures that were on his phone of the victims and the things like that. Thank you, Amber, for sharing that. Thank you. Thank you. He has been amazing. He really is. Proud of everyone fighting an invisible illness. Me too. Okay.
Do you let him around your kids?
He's really good with them.
Okay. Now, that is how it starts, right? About the kids. This is so interesting. I'm going to try not to pause a lot, but I have to for fair use. Not only that, I have a lot to say, but okay. Yeah, I have a lot to say on many things today. Today has been quite the day. Like, let me just take a second to say, I am absolutely disgusted with the way some of these adults treat other adults on here. The invasion of privacy that, oh my God, it is just so disturbing, bringing up people's kids and their criminal records and just all that. People need to grow the hell up. I'm sorry, and some of that shit is downright criminal. It's crazy the way that, like, I don't know, there's such a good side to YouTube, but there is such a dark, evil, money hungry side. And yeah, okay, here we go.
You're not. So yeah, what's going on?
Okay, so this is happened on June 6th. We were going to go meet somebody on OfferUp or off of OfferUp.
So first of all, how long have you been with this guy for?
A year and a half, almost 2 years.
A year and a half, almost 2 years. Do you have kids?
I do have kids.
Do you let him around your kids?
Yeah. He's really good with them. Like, he's
Okay.
a family guy, you know. He seems like a family guy, you know. Like,
How old is he?
38.
38. Okay. We won't say his name.
No. No. Anyway, he's you know, he's really close with his family, like, and he can do anything for them and stuff. But like, my kids, he loves my kids. My kids love him. You know, he's got tattoos everywhere. And
So he lived here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My baby all draws on his arms all the time. You know, to look like him.
So how long is he?
Good with kids, family guy. Weird, right? For a serial killer. But think about the one that out in Long Island. I mean, he had a family too. It's weird.
Has he been gone from here? Is this the longest you've been away from him since
Yeah.
you've known him?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So he's been gone for over a month now.
Okay, so how we met is my YouTube channel you've seen, and then we met on Instagram. So how do you think this comes into play with the women?
Well,
How did this all start for you?
For me, it started with a police, taking him to jail. Like, we were headed down McLaughlin. We were stopped at a gas station to put air in our tires, and before we could leave, there was like a bunch of cop cars everywhere, but they were all undercover.
You were going where? Vacation?
No, we were going to go meet some guy off OfferUp to get something for our storage unit.
Okay.
Or storage up back here. Pegboard. You know, it was just a basic, you know, we're just going on a basic trip, you know.
But what were you guys doing on that trip though? Getting what for storage?
Well, pegboard for his tools and stuff. His tools up in storage.
Okay.
We're just
So he's a
trying to organize.
carpenter and stuff, like
Yeah.
handyman?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, let me pause for a second because we have to. There are some twisted psychos out there. Oh, thank you, B Crumbs. I know it's hard. It is hard, right? And like, then, oh my God. I'm just trying to keep it. No malicious intent. There are no updates. It's been brought up because another creator who was like very vocal and kind of speaking out against true crime creators who were going too far with their content, you know, this tragedy pimp movement, someone that was part of that, had like a second side to her that people didn't know about that was kind of exposed. And part of that was with Kendrick Johnson. And today there was a huge live with a lot of people in there, and she was in there, and there was still talk about his parents need to apologize to the Bell family, and just some pretty, it's sad to see, and yeah, stuff like that. I don't know, it's just, yeah, that is how serial killers can hide themselves so good. People say no, it cannot be him. So it's not been the case. There is no updates. It's just been brought up again because of, unfortunately, I guess you would say, like, bad behavior or drama. It is good though that it's getting talked about, right? But in the light that it is, it's unfortunate. But
Yeah, that would be considered his job. He's like freelance handyman or whatever.
Okay.
But anyway, so we were going to go do that. It was my idea for the pegboard, because I wanted to put our storage unit away. Everything was out.
You mean like the pins, like to hang up tools and stuff?
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
I usually see people make those on their, like, everybody I know, they make them.
He tried, but I was looking for. I was on a mission to find pegboard because I was just like, oh, we should get that. Anyway,
so did you guys buy it?
We didn't. We didn't make it that far. We got we stopped at the gas station down here on McLaughlin, like right down here. Got gas, and then we went to the next gas station over because he was like, oh, we need air in our tires. And so right after he got the air in the tires, he got back in the car and went to go back out, and somebody hit us. And he said to me, I told you so.
You were parked?
we were parked, but our back was to like the gas.
It takes like a good couple minutes before they get into it. They're closed, so she's just discussing like when he was arrested. But there are quite a few interesting things in
where you get gas,
Mm-hmm.
In the store right there. So we were parked like right here. McLaughlin's right here, and like the car came and like stopped him from going. So it was the police, obviously.
They came full speed and right up to you and just I know what they did.
Bam, yeah. And all of a sudden there's like
it's happened to me.
Yeah, all these cars everywhere.
I've made the front page before.
Yes, yeah. We didn't make anything. They didn't like put it on the news or anything. So last thing I remember is them telling his name and put his hands up, and I had my hands up.
Did they draw guns?
They had guns drawn, yeah.
ARs
and they were like
stuff?
everywhere. They were like,
well, we just saw that his ass got shot with a rubber bullet after trying to escape in the river. But
up here and they were over here. There were like 16.
16
cars,
cops?
At least 16 cars.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were all like regular cars. Like they look like an everyday, soccer mom card or just regular cars. Some of them are even like being.
That's why you don't see police cars no more. They're in regular cars.
Yeah, they sure are. Yeah, so I was sitting in the passenger seat, and he got shot with a rubber bullet because he wanted to antagonize them and said, "What are you gonna do?" Because they said, "Oh, we'll shoot. Put your hands up, or we'll shoot." And he goes, got his hands up for a minute, put him down, and he said,
"You ever seen him act like that?"
Yeah, I mean, he's got.
Or what? Oh, he's a tough guy, huh? A tough guy who preys on women. And not only that, vulnerable women, and some of them are little. Ashley Real was like 5 foot, 100 pounds. He's a bitch, period. That's what I call a bitch.
PTSD when it comes to them. Okay. He's been to prison before. He's been attacked by police stuff. Last time that he went, like 5 years ago. And yeah, so he says PTSD. I think it was tough to beat the crap out of him after he almost killed their dog, So
he almost killed police dog.
Well, the dog attacking him and going for his throat and stuff like that. So yeah, he almost killed the dog.
And we talked about that the other day. He did like beat up a dog. He's a bitch. I mean, a man who preys on vulnerable women and hurts animals.
Did it live?
It did live. Yeah. So he has that
lucky for him.
Can you talk just a little louder?
Yeah, sorry. And then so anyway, he got shot. I thought I got shot because it ricocheted off of him and hit me.
Oh wow!
And I was like, oh, that didn't hurt that bad.
Were you sitting in the car?
Yeah, I was.
And he was standing up outside the car?
No, he was still in the car.
He was still in the car.
So they shot through my window.
They shot through on your side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy. Yeah, and then
that sucks that he put you in that danger.
Yeah, yeah.
He should have just gave up.
Right. Well, yeah. And so last night.
That's a really excellent point. He had no concern for her or what that would do to her. The cutie pie. Apparently, I think I didn't hear it. I got emails and messages about it, but apparently I pretend to be sweet. No, I don't. I'm nice to the people I like and love, and I try not to have issues with people because I'm an adult and I don't want the headache or the chaos or the drama. And I've had a very hectic life, and at this point, I just want to chill. But don't ever get it twisted, because I may be sweet, but I can also be a bitch, and I will be when it's necessary. So let me just say that, because, yeah.
I looked at him and he was like, ow. And then I asked if I could get out of the car. They told me to
Hey,
get out of the
Jimmy.
car. I don't really exactly remember how that went down, but I got out of the car.
Just broad daylight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you know? And I got out and some cop was running with his gun towards me, but he wasn't coming towards me. He was going towards the car. And they took me out to
Really?
the side. And then the rest of it I heard on the radio, on the cop radio. He jumped out of the car, apparently. He tried to swim across the river. They pulled him out of the river. So his,
What river?
Clackamas River. Right down,
Clackamas River.
that's like right across the street from where
And
we
how
were
long
at.
ago was this?
This was on June 6th.
June 6th. Okay.
So, they held
Okay, why did I say July 4th? I was thinking it was at the beginning of this month. Something's wrong with me and my
me
brain.
there
But
in handcuffs.
we knew that.
And said I was just being detained. And,
I love you guys,
for a
Corner
moment,
Lover.
and then they ended up
Exactly,
taking the
Leo.
handcuffs off me. They're like, you're not going to run, And I'm like, no, And so I had to wait for detectives to come to talk to me. And what they were actually doing was giving me a ride, and talking to me. But they interviewed me and they just asked basic information.
So they left your car there?
Yeah, that was like his car. He was buying it for my friend, and still buying it for my friend. But now we don't have it. But I thought I was going to be able to leave with the car because I didn't know what was going on.
Did they take the car? The police?
They still have the car.
The
Yeah.
police have the police.
That's good. They're probably seeing what kind of evidence and stuff they can get in that. Oh, thank you guys. I love you. And you're awesome, cutie pie. Amber says, please remember this woman was likely abused by him and still protecting him in a way out of fear and love. Those two emotions are very intertwined with abused people. Well, I mean, I think is thank God she's alive. Truly. Thank God she survived. I'm super nice until I'm not. Have y'all ever seen that meme of like that old guy and he's like doing like I don't know, some kind of equation, and it says it's like a graph and it says fuck around, and then at the bottom it says find out. It's pretty funny. But oh, a bug today because it got stuck in the screen window. Are those the stink bugs? She now realizes it's very likely he is behind this and is no longer with him. Oh, I love you guys, Carol freaking Clausen. Thank you. Tiff. Hey, Tiff. Hey, Tess. My family doesn't respect my need to be on time for Alex's live. So rude. I don't kill spiders either because they help get rid of bugs.
Police, they have the car
Yeah, they
as
haven't.
evidence.
As far as I know, they haven't searched it yet.
What kind of
that's
car is
Question,
it?
Music City Mom.
HHR. It's red and black, so it's like painted black, like flat black or whatever.
Spray paint?
Yeah, but it's not like stolen or anything like that.
What year is it?
2007, I think.
So it's a car?
Yeah, it looks kind of like a PT Cruiser in a way.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's like, yeah, so it's dual colored. But he also, drove my car as well, which is the one that got stolen. It's a blue 2007 Honda Civic.
Okay.
So,
Did he have an electric bike?
no, he did. No, not an electric bike.
Okay.
Mallory.
He had a scooter for a minute, but I don't think he ever rode it anywhere.
Okay.
He's always, tinkering with stuff, So I think he tinkered with it, and I think he sold it. But that was a scooter.
So he runs from the police. He's swimming in the river. He gets
Yeah.
caught, and they take you to the police station and question you.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, the fire
About what?
station. They were asking me, just
Oh, they took you to the fire station.
Well, yeah, because I asked them if we could just go to my house. And they're like, yeah, I can't, And on the way there, I found out I wasn't going to my home or going to be allowed to go to my home because they needed to search it before I could go home. And
Deb.
sorry. So that was news to me, and I couldn't have my car because they needed to search my car as well. And I didn't have any idea what was going on until I actually read their paperwork like 2 days later after I got my car back. I was like, oh, what is this? And I read it.
So you get the paperwork back, and you didn't talk to him yet from jail yet.
I didn't talk to him for like, gosh, it was almost 2 weeks.
So they didn't let him call you for at least 2 weeks? Do you think he would have tried?
No, he did try, but he didn't have anybody's phone number, so I had to go down to he was in Multnomah County MCDC.
Interesting, right? Hold on, we're just gonna pause for a second. Let me check on you guys. Hey, Princess Megan Elsa. I got attacked by a wolf spider last weekend, and I smashed more came. Was it pregnant? Have you ever smashed one and like all the little babies run out? Thank you, Amber. Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
See, down in downtown, and I had to go down there, and I had to get there like before they closed, which is like really early for me.
So what's the paperwork that they sent you that after the first thing you found out from after you?
Well, this was like
they released you.
I was still at a hotel, like I wasn't allowed at my home for like
How long?
The first 3 days.
3 days they wouldn't let you come back here.
Yeah, they
Wow.
So
oh my God.
And then
yes.
Yeah, they started their search.
Okay, so it's about to get into like some of the really interesting points about what she's found on his phone, the girls, things like that. But first, I got to say, because I feel very passionately about this, those freaking spiders and snakes in Australia, oh my God, thank God that's not like that here. And also, if you're in Australia, I'm sorry, because they have like the craziest snakes and spiders. Yeah. Daryl Brooks is trying to hack this stream. What, Chopper? I saw a black widow spider last year. Okay, now.
That's for the house or the apartment. Somewhere in here. I don't know if I have an order. So it's Polk County, Clackamas County.
I thought it was too.
Polk County has the hold on his car that they still have. And that's for Bridget. She was found in Polk County.
So this warrant is for Bridget.
That one.
The search for Bridget.
Is that one Polk County or is that Clackamas?
This is Clackamas.
Then that's for Ashley.
So for Ash, so they had 2 search warrants here for Ashley, Real, and Bridget.
And so I know Ashley because she had messaged me.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about where it gets interesting. Ashley is the young lady that the dad just talked about. That I'm going to grab like some photos of her really quick to show you guys and let this play. She said Ashley had messaged her before.
You knew Ashley?
I didn't know her like in person, but I knew her, from talking to her on the phone because she was, she was dating my boyfriend at the same time as me or having sex with him anyway.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
For at least a year, off and on. She like messaged me on Facebook to tell me about it last year sometime. And
do you know how?
And then I found out how it was. She said Tinder, and he's like, no, that's bullshit. I've known Ashley for years, but I'm like, okay, but he never like explained that. And so I'm thinking, some dating app probably. And they've been seeing each other off and on, since before he met me. According to him, she said it started in December, which December of 2021. So
I was muted.
2022, or
Damn it, I was muted. So what I was saying was those were pictures of the girls. Let me show you just one more time so you can hear me. This is Bridget on the top and Ashley underneath her. These are the 2 they're talking about now. This is Charity and Kristen on top. So, okay. Sorry about that.
we started talking. I found out how old she was. I have a daughter her age. And so I wasn't very angry with her for the most part. And I stayed with him, because I was like, okay, it's just a, fantasy of his, and I don't even know what I was thinking.
She has a daughter her age.
Did you ask him how their interactions, like their sexual interactions, like
Oh, I
occurred?
saw, you know, like
Oh, you seen
his,
video?
yeah,
So he recorded.
yeah, and then, you know, like that was a long time
Good to
ago.
see you.
And I talked to her off and on, you know, throughout the
Have
time.
you-
And last time I talked to her, she was in treatment, or she
Hey,
said she was in treatment. That
Magenta.
was this year.
Was he paying her for sex?
He said that he didn't pay her, but like he'd drive her around.
Yes,
like, at a
great,
certain
great.
point, she said,
Ashley
"I'm
is.
not fucking your boyfriend anymore." Like, I was supposed to be proud of her, you know. And I'm like,
That
"That's
was-
good." And
Do
he
you
was
think
driving her around.
Do you think he was?
The other thing I said was that was her dad on that video we just watched.
You know, we started talking. I found out how
I know
old
it's
she was.
muted.
I have a daughter her age. And so I wasn't very angry with her for the most part. And I stayed with him, you know, like, cause I was like, okay, it's just a, you know, fantasy of his, you know, and I don't even know what I was thinking.
Did you ask him how their interactions, like their sexual
Lala.
interactions, like
Oh, I
occurred?
saw, you know, like
Oh, you
his,
seen video?
yeah,
So he recorded.
yeah. And then, you know, like that was a long time ago.
He had
And I talked to her
video.
off and on, you know, throughout the
Have
time.
you-
And
He had video of Ashley on his phone that she saw.
last time I talked to her, she was in treatment, or she said she was in treatment. And that was this year.
Was
Oh
he
my
paying her
God.
for sex?
He said that he didn't pay her, but like he'd drive her around. Like at a certain point, she said, "I'm not fucking your boyfriend anymore." Like I was supposed to be proud of her, you know. And I'm like, "That's good." And
Do
he
you
was
think-
driving her around.
Do you think he was driving around for boosting, for stealing?
For her, I'm not sure. I know that he would say that she, you know, she prostituted or whatever, and him and Ashley kind of had a, you know, like they had a relationship. Obviously, you know,
Did
they
you
were
ever
together
talk
for
to
a-
Ashley on the phone?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah.
What was that conversation about?
Well, one of them, the first one, she was telling me about how they were together, you know, and that, you know, the last time, I think it was just her explaining, you know, them being together, you know, and it wasn't all the time and blah, blah, blah. And she said they stood outside her door once and, like, you know, she called the cops because he was like, you know, let me in, you know, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. Doesn't sound like Jesse at all. Or him at all.
That's okay. I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
because this isn't, like I told you, we talked. I said this isn't going to come out till next year,
Right,
or if
right.
he's convicted. Okay,
Right.
and if he's not, then and it won't come out.
Okay,
So I
so
need
yeah.
to know his name is Jesse what? Jesse
Shauna.
Calhoun. How old is he?
38.
38. Is he born and raised in Portland, Oregon?
He's born, I guess, in Washington, but yeah, in Gresham.
So how long has he been living here with you?
We've been here, with this apartment in March of last year.
March of last year. You guys
Yeah.
got the apartment together.
Well, I got the apartment.
You got the apartment, like most women do. Have to
Yeah,
put it in
right.
there.
Yeah.
And we won't listen to all of this. We're going to listen to a bit, and I'm going to share the link so you guys can finish it and we can go through these articles. But I did want to play some of this, and they also have another short video of them like sending their condolences together. It's a kind of interesting dynamic, especially hearing Amber say that the families aren't very happy and wish that it was reported sooner. Especially because, I mean, I'm sorry, but think about, you know, maybe not on YouTube, it hasn't been covered heavily. It's barely been covered. It's not a popular topic. That it is what it is. But on the media out there, out west, Ashley's picture was all over the media. I remember seeing it, like when I started covering the case first. Like, she was the most recent one to go missing when I had first started covering the case, or to have been found. And her picture was everywhere. How do you not see that? I don't know. You know, I'm not trying to blame her. I do understand why there's some questions. She had even talked to Jesse about it, and he said he didn't do it. Thank you, Amber. There's the interview right there. Hey, one who sees. Okay.
So,
So you talked to Ashley and you talked to Bridget.
I never talked to Bridget.
You never talked to
I
her?
never, I just saw
I thought
a
you said
video.
you talked. So you talked to just Ashley
just
on the phone?
Ashley. Yeah, I saw his sex video with Bridget on April 11th.
Okay.
So I saw it on like April 13th though, and
I thought
a
you said
video.
you talked. So you talked to just Ashley
just
on the phone?
Ashley. Yeah, I saw his sex video with Bridget on
She also saw a naughty video with Bridget on his phone.
April 11th.
Okay.
So I saw it on like April 13th though.
Wow.
And confronted him about it. You know,
How'd you
so
get the video?
he gave me the code to his phone, and he was sleeping, and
It happened on April 11th. She saw the video, and or that they met up on April 11th. She saw it on the 13th.
like, you know, any suspicious girlfriend does, you know, I looked in his phone, and there was a video of this girl, and I don't think it was a sex video. Not the one that I saw. It was her talking, and she was talking about drugs, and she had like a needle in her hand, and she was talking about how she had stopped shooting up and so on and so forth. And I was just like, okay, this is weird. But she was naked, and there was a picture of her naked, alive and well,
So
I'm so sorry to the families who heard this.
he's never had a nickname. No nickname.
No, he's proud of his name,
Okay.
So I don't think so.
So so the
But
only
it seems
girl.
like maybe I don't know.
So out of Ashley and Bridget, you only talked to Ashley.
Yeah, only Ashley. And like I said, like the last time I talked to her, she was in treatment.
So is that the one you said you talked to on the phone? And you guys.
Yeah, and she had been, she was calling me to tell me that she was, screwing my boyfriend.
Okay.
And so.
So Ashley called you and told you that she was.
But she texted me on Facebook, and then she started calling me. Once I accepted her, message, then you can call each other.
Was he mad at her that was so the?
He was mad. He was, because he was right here when she called, and I had no problem being like right in front of him. So I just confronted him about it, and he was trying to deny it.
So Ashley called her and said, "I'm screwing your boyfriend," and he wasn't happy about that.
And we were sitting like right here, and
You were here too?
he wasn't. No, he was like sitting right here. Jesse was, and she called, and I was like, "Huh, should I answer it?" And
So
then,
let me get this right. If I get it correct. So, did Bridget reach out to you?
no, Bridget, I don't think had any idea about me. You know,
So did
No, Mystic.
did
but I
he?
do have something to show you on his Facebook.
Okay. Did he?
in regard-
No, Mystic. She didn't say anything until this interview, and
Find out that you knew about Bridget, and did you confront him about it? And was he mad about
he was
that?
asleep when I saw that, and yeah, I woke his ass up because I saw the video, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" And he wouldn't tell me her name.
So he had a video with Bridget.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That she was the one that was talking about, drugs and like how she quit shooting up, and then she had a needle in her, not in her arm, but in her hand.
And you only seen a certain part of the video, so who knows how long it is, right?
Oh no,
it
that
could've
was.
been.
I think I watched it all the way through.
How long?
it
how
was
long
just like
the
a
video?
conversation. That one was probably like 10 minutes. And
10
just
minutes?
talking.
oh my God, I've heard this part already, but I'm mind blown. I just don't. Today is not my day for humanity, because they are disappointing me and pissing me off all around. And then I come on here yelling and screaming with you guys. I'm sorry, you guys. You don't deserve that. But it's just like, damn it, man.
And I don't know. Like he'd be like, "Oh, I took
You
a
said she
video of
was
that."
naked, right?
Yeah, she was. She was just sitting there. It was dark though. Like it was super dark. But there's a picture of her like topless at least.
Was it like at a campsite or?
I was in his car. I believe it was his car.
Okay.
Yeah, the HHR, I'm guessing. So it was a big car. But so there was that, and then I know that I saw. No, I don't know. I don't know if I saw a video.
So
of
he
him
was. So
having
you
sex with her.
confronted him both about Bridget and Ashley, and then did he flip out? Did he
He
hit you?
no.
No?
He immediately
Was he
like goes
calling
into
you
denial.
names or nothing? No spit on you?
No, what he
grab
would
you,
do
nothing?
every time I would because I'd wake him up from the dead sleep, and the Ashley.
She would be searching through his phone while he was passed out asleep, because they had an obviously toxic relationship where he wasn't faithful. Well, when you have a man like that, you leave because they're garbage.
When he was awake for, and
Or a man
that
or
was
a
the
woman
first
like that.
person to call me and tell me anything. And his reaction was, "She's lying, blah, blah, blah. She's just another liar. She's just trying to cause stuff because I wouldn't fuck her." And I was like, "Yeah, right, Jesse." And then he admitted it later, but I'm not going to do it anymore. But he continuously did. And so I confront him often, about it, and her, it's like, "Quit sleeping with my boyfriend." Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And then, I treated her like she was my daughter. Because like I said, she was 21.
I don't want to be disrespectful, but how often is he like a freak? Is he real, constructive and just does wild things in the bedroom?
He does different things than I was used to, but I got used to it. But like, he was also.
Did he ever use
respectful.
handcuffs on you or anything?
I had him use the handcuffs.
You had him use handcuffs?
Yeah, that was,
Okay.
and then it didn't work out, so we took those off. Like anything that I was like not cool with, he would, stop. He may be a little, angry about it at first, or he never hit me or anything.
How often did he need sex every week?
Probably every day,
So it's kind of going to be a little graphic. I mean, we're all adults here. It's a true crime channel. The trigger warnings feel stupid to me to say, but sometimes I still want to give them because, just.
Every day?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is a sex addict, I'm guessing. He hasn't been diagnosed, but I would think.
Is he a little guy or in shape or what?
He's a big guy.
He's a big guy?
Mind of monsters.
6'4".
Yeah. He's
How much you weigh?
260.
260?
Oh,
260 at this point, yeah.
Oh, big meat.
Yeah, I know those girls are really
260 pounds and 6'4".
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
He's a white guy?
Mhm.
Long hair? No,
Luffy.
right up there.
Why are women everywhere?
Hey,
choosing
Amber, I
Abby
don't
X
think I
when
heard that part when I listened to it because, like I told you, the first time I listened, I fell asleep. And then today I got through, not all of it. I don't think I heard that part.
Tummy Tuck Alternative?
I got the tummy.
I can look at that in a minute.
Okay. I was going to go grab my
Rare
computer.
form.
Okay,
I knew
you
what
can
you
do
meant, Mind of Monsters. Thank you, by the way. I love and appreciate you guys. I really do.
I know. It's kind of silly pictures of them, but you can get an idea of what.
After we go through this, I'm going to show you those articles. And then before we end, I'll show you the Koberger article that I found. Because it's really not enough to do a live on. And like I said, there's enough people covering that case. Melissa at least tries to debunk all the BS, which is important. And if you missed her interview with Brent Kopacka's friend, Darren Duncan, definitely go watch it. It was very good.
It looks like. And the probably better one. That is way better.
I mentioned I live in the area these women
Those ones
came
they
up
can
missing
show
from.
personality.
Oh my goodness.
Is he Russian?
No, 52 minutes. Okay, Amber.
White boy.
I'm gonna put it.
They
I
have
will
no
skip to
naked
that in
ones,
just a
but,
second.
Are these his kids?
One of them is. The other one, I'm not sure. It must be a cousin or something.
So they're looking at his
His
Facebook, which we were
sister.
just looking at, but there's two.
Girls.
I've never seen him before.
Okay.
Okay, Amber, thank
And I
you.
get this message from this girl that he was also dating, way back in the beginning. Okay, so Ashley wasn't the first one to talk to me. This girl, Shannon, was the first girl to talk to me, and that was way back, when I'm gonna say maybe December. It was right before Christmas.
Wow.
Of 2020.
Okay, let's go to the 52-minute mark, and then we're going to move along because there's other things I want to show you. I'm going to link the full interview. I don't really like to play somebody's full video anyways, because then you're taking whatever views away from them, and that just doesn't feel right. So let me go to this, and then...
So I just saw this the other day when I got into his Facebook here. And I'm like, okay, so that's
She looks totally different than the flyer.
right, because that's taken from a different angle, and yeah, she does look different. She has blonde hair, like that guy said in one of your videos. That was her boyfriend.
Yeah.
So this was April 5th. Okay. So so he was with her. One video was April 8th, and another one was April 11th. And I saw both of those videos. And sorry.
Right.
So he's asking for blues. He called him and whatever, and he's like, "I think your friend is cute." And
So
then-
he's trying to trade blues
So that's
for
the
Bridget.
Well,
Is this
no.
what's going on?
He's
What
trying to
is
get
this?
he's trying to get her blues to get her well, but
Okay.
she'll do blues and she'll do him for blues, is what he's saying.
Yeah, so he's trying to set up a sexual date for Bridget
For
to
her.
get blues.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that blues are like the little Roxy pills that are blue, oxycodone. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I've been out of that world for quite a long time now, and I don't really know the...
Okay, so he's basically acting like a pimp.
Yeah, for the most part. And then
Oh my
happy to do
God.
whatever. That's what I think he must pussy. And then he's like, I got
No,
some
Uncle
April
Benny.
11th. So this is the day that
These were for her. Hey, by the way, Uncle Benny, that he said to get her well. So she was like dope sick. I mean,
the video was like, she'll do blues and she'll do him for blues, is what he's saying.
Yes, so
Yeah.
he's trying to trade blues
So that's
for
the
Bridget.
Well,
Is this
no.
what's going on?
He's
What
trying
is
to
this?
he's trying to get her blues to get her well, but
Okay.
she'll do blues and she'll do him for blues, is what he's saying.
Yes.
Is it like fentanyl that looks like those little blue pills? It's actually not the. Or why do they call it blues?
So he's trying to set up a sexual date for Bridget to get blues.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's basically acting like a pimp.
Yeah, for the most part. And then she'll be happy to do whatever. That's what I think he meant this week.
Wow.
And then he's like, I've got some. This is April 11th. So this is the day that the video was like that I saw. Excuse me. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning. So right after this interaction.
So the video that she saw of Bridget where she's nude and holding the needle, which Bridget's family, I am so sorry that this is how you have to hear about her and like this. That video was just a few hours after those messages. That's okay, Uncle Benny. You can join anytime. I always appreciate you being here.
And we're just talking about the drugs.
Who's this person he's talking to?
I don't know. You know, he's obviously somebody that.
Is this around the time she went missing?
Well, right. This is she was found on April 30th.
Get with it.
I don't know when she went missing, but she was alive and well here.
This is April 11th.
Yeah, this was the day that video that I'm telling you about. I told you about. You know.
Wait.
Yes, I did.
Who's this person he's talking to?
I don't know. You know, he's obviously somebody that.
Is this around the time she went missing?
Well, right. This is she was found on April 30th. I don't know when she went missing, but she was alive and well here.
Wait a minute. We're going to double check this. Amber, do you know the day she went missing? I'm going to Google it really fast, but I do if I know where my notes are. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Bridget, 31, found April 30th. I don't think I had what day she went missing. Joanna she's not linked to it. Charities found April 24th in a culvert. Kristen found February 19th in the Pleasant Valley woods in Pleasant Valley. Identified May 25th. Bridget found April 30th. And Ashley Real, 4'11" and 85 pounds. 85 pounds. Found on May 7th, 1 month after vanishing. I reached out to the guy who she was sold to, girlfriend. I found out his name from the video and reached out to her and told her what happened. Oh my God almighty. They're small blue pills. Okay. Oh my God, you guys. What the fuck? Hold on. Bridget Leanne Ramsey Webster. Bridget Webster. I'm going to keep playing this, and then we have some stuff to go through to make sense of it.
April 11th.
Yeah, this was the day that video that I'm telling you about. I told you about, you know. And then he's like, where's the girl? And he's like, oh, the girl in the picture. This is the next day, right? And then I don't know if I can talk to him again.
So it doesn't show who this person is?
And then he's like, this guy right here, this Rick guy.
Oh, that's Rick?
Yeah.
Rick Cheney.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if you ever met him.
No. I don't know. I can't see the picture.
Oh, sorry. Here,
Again.
You sleeping, Lloyd?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just thinking.
Thank you. Interesting.
All right. Well, this guy looks like a regular dude.
No, I've never seen him before.
Yeah, I think he's just a regular, you know, innocent bystander.
Okay. We're going to, Amber's dropped the link for this interview if you guys want to listen to the rest of it, but we're going to try to make sense of some of it because I want to have time to show you this Koberger article too, and Melissa's on at 7. So a timeline of what we know about the connected deaths of 4 women around Portland. Investigators and prosecutors have connected the deaths of 4 women in the greater Portland area, identifying at least one person of interest. Calhoun is in custody. He was arrested in June. No charges have been filed at this time. Here's the timeline of what we know as it stands. So June of 2021 is when the governor commuted those sentences for inmates who helped fight wildfires, and he was one of those. He was released about a month later. December 22nd, Gresham police receive a missing person report for Kristen. February 10th, Kristen is found dead in Portland. April 4th, Portland police receive a missing person report for Ashley. April 24th, Charity is found dead in East Multnomah County. April 30th, Bridget Leanne Ramsey Webster found dead in Polk County. I don't guess she was ever reported missing. Which, that's the women he was targeting, right? The ones who wouldn't be, or maybe it would take a while. Yes, Burnt Oma, we do give Velly Ray credit. Actually, one of my mods is a mod for him, friends with him. We drop his link. We didn't watch the whole interview, but thank you very much, Burnt Oma, for your concern, okay? All right. I would never, I always show you guys anytime I don't care what it is. I want you to know where I got it so you can go look for yourself, okay? Okay. Ashley Reel found May 7th. Then KGW shares a report on the disappearance and deaths of the women in Greater Portland. On June 4th is when they said they're not connected. And then June 6th, they arrested him for the warrants. June 7th, he was transferred. June 30th, the DA sent a letter to the governor talking about his criminal activity. His commutation status was revoked. Let's see. Okay. As of July 18th, there are still many unknowns in the case. Now, let me go to the next thing. Oh, shoot. I totally lost y'all. Thank you, DMPA. Hey, Steffa. It is a full moon for sure. Okay. Holy crap. I just messed everything up. I don't know what I did here. What we know about the link. This is from Newsweek. Oh, let's see. That's actually the one where we used their pictures. Now I want to show you guys this real quick. So, convicted burglar, father, and inmate firefighter. What we know about the person of interest in Portland deaths. Authorities have reportedly identified 38-year-old Jesse Calhoun as a person of interest connected to the suspicious deaths of 4 women in the Portland metro area. Officials believe the 38-year-old has some link to the deaths of Kristen, Charity, Bridget, and Ashley. All 4 women were found dead within 100 miles of one another, either near or on the sides of roads between February and May. Police have not been able to determine the manners or cause of deaths. Initially, amid rumors of a possible serial killer, police in Portland denied the 4 women were connected to a group of 6 deaths that all appeared to be similar. Let me see. I'm getting a phone call. I'm sorry, you guys. I had to decline it. I didn't know what blues are. Now I got the blues. Headphones. Hey, Corky. Supposedly a good father, which is kind of crazy. Authorities said they were able to determine the link after talking with multiple people who were connected. In 2003, he was convicted of assault in the 3rd degree. 5 years later, he was charged with 2nd-degree kidnapping, 4th-degree assault, and harassment, but he was only convicted of assault in the 4th degree. In 2019, he was sentenced to 4 years and 2 months after being convicted of 1st-degree and 2nd-degree burglary. The sheriff's office accused him of breaking into homes into the neighborhoods of Troutdale, Fairview, and Gresham. Investigators linked him to a handful of other cases in Clackamas and Clark counties as well. When a SWAT team arrived that year to arrest him, he choked a police dog and kicked an officer. That's what I was telling you guys about. Hey, Jaded, happy birthday. Steffa, good to see you. Okay. Ugh. Where did I go? I lost my place completely. Choked a dog and kicked an officer. Police also arrested Calhoun during a traffic stop in November of 2018 and found modified firearms, more than 500 rounds of ammunition, and 6 grams of methamphetamine. After his arrest, residents of the neighborhoods and surrounding areas reported a significant drop in property crimes and burglaries. Calhoun was originally set to be released in 2022, but served a shortened version of the 2019 sentence. We know about that. Social media profiles show he has 2 young children, which we kind of saw that, but I don't want to focus on it. But yeah. Hold up. Now, let me check on you guys because we're going to go look at Crime Online for a minute. There is some crazy things I want to show. That's messed up. I really thought the hearts were... I wish I could see those. I wonder, like, if you, when I hit them in, that's messed up, cutie pie. When I hit them in other chats, I'm like, I wonder if anybody can see them. So please join the Facebook group. You know, like I said, there are cases that are getting so much coverage, so much attention. This one is not. This one needs the attention. You know what I mean? And yeah. I'm sick of talking about the same ones over and over, and I don't care if it's not the most popular thing to do. We're going to do it differently here, period. Like I said, that Zav stuff has me rethinking my whole channel. It has me rethinking what true crime is. Like when that officer today with the Carly Russell thing was talking about, you know, we were waiting for the facts. You know, I'm not going to comment on some of her other searches because of, like, out of respect for her, things like that. I think that true crime is supposed to be about the facts. Sure, there's some speculation and stuff, and that's okay. But yeah, we need to stick with the facts. Then the Kendrick Johnson stuff, I mean, that broke my heart today. Absolutely broke my heart. That young man, oh my God. He deserves justice. You know, and I personally believe that it was definitely not an accident. I don't see how that makes any sense. If you guys have the time, please go watch those videos. You know, share the videos, make videos yourself. Just like about both of the cases, they could use the attention. What the hearts do? Oh, that's cool. I know, Ren. I was so upset too, especially because I really love that channel. It's sad. And then I hear that some of the things, like, some of the things I'm being talked about, like, I don't mess with nobody. I mind my own damn business. I don't come out here, you know, talking shit about people, talking about people's kids, talking about your criminal records, doing all that. I don't know. It's disheartening. So, anyways. Don't let people who have less than honorable intentions define true crime. You're right, Teresa. You're right. Are we just going to ignore that it's true crime? Like the facts? Oh, Mystic, I love you back. I love you guys being here. Now, since we have a minute, I mean, we're going to take a minute anyways. I have to go get Trenton at 7, so I still have to stop by 7 anyways. I was looking at Crime Online today, and I could not believe some of the things I saw, so I want to show you guys. Oh, Ren. I wouldn't even mention them here, to be honest. Okay. Las Vegas cops, FBI checking connections. We're not going to do that one. That's not one that I wanted to show you guys. Nancy Grace talking about Jesse Calhoun. More people should be talking about him. Okay. Here's the case I told you about, you know, at the beginning, and it's on my community tab, and we're going to follow it. I'm going to see if I can get any more information. This couple had a 7 and 9-year-old. They were keeping them like animals. These kids couldn't speak. One of the kids said that they looked like cavemen. That is sad. Why isn't that getting attention? Why is this person who faked being missing all over the news and YouTube and social media, but these cases that need it aren't being talked about? Yet every damn theory about Idaho, oh, the cartel and all the things, I don't know. It's just so annoying, you guys. I got to be honest. I'm annoyed. For online, please. Cray. I know, Cutie Pie. I'm trying. I know, Deb. You guys are right. Just, it's like so many things like in one day. It's just like, ugh. Oh, I will, Woofy. I'm over the day. Yes. I am damn over today. Now, speaking of Idaho, I will show you guys this article. I thought it was kind of interesting. Wait, this isn't even the one. And look at this. The prosecutors refute his defense claims of DNA possibly planted at the Idaho murder scene. Idaho prosecutors have rejected the defense's claim of potential DNA being possible planting at the Quadruple University of Idaho murder scene. ABC News reports that accused killer Brian Kohberger's lawyers previously asked the prosecution for more information on the investigative genetic genealogy analysis used to identify the defendant. They also raised doubts about the strength of the evidence in the investigators' objectivity, reportedly implying that DNA found at the scene could have been deceptively placed there. Wait, I've been hearing YouTubers scream this from the beginning. Wow, now the defense is saying that? My God almighty. Thank you, Pointer Lover. Me too. Do not annoy Alex. You don't annoy me, headphones. I love you. But yeah, definitely can be. I'm nice because I choose to be. You know what I mean? That's just that. But I love you too, Woofy. It is a horrible story. I want to show. Okay, hold on. My brain's all over the place because I have so many things I want to tell you, talk about, and show you. Then all the chaos from today. Prosecutors said in a court filing Monday the defense's claims are simply not credible. The state is at a loss as to how that theory supports a claim that the IgG information is material to the preparation of his defense. These YouTubers, though, have been screaming that his DNA was planted on this knife and one of the officers put it in. Irresponsible YouTubers. We don't have any facts on this case, even the damn footage. Like, then what does it mean? I was telling Woofy last night, I'm like, but it still doesn't change anything. It's just, I don't know why people are releasing it. It's like they want to keep things going. Like, first of all, the first footage, I couldn't even make anything out. I mean, that means nothing to me. And then releasing the screenshot from the house next door, why? And it doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't know. Thank you, Cutie Pie. Well, that's because I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Steffa. Oh, Carol freaking Claus. I love you too. Good, Corinne. And I appreciate that. There is one murder out of Tennessee. I was talking about that today, Roberta. There's another one that's not being talked about. But yet, let's just fuel this crazy, speculation around a case that might be going to trial soon. By the way, I saw a thing. I was talking to you guys, remember he requested the stay, and I was like, how does that work without him waiving his right to a speedy trial? Well, the state says he has to either waive his right to get this stay or you can't get it at all. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Wolfie is obsessed, but it's the misinformation that pisses me off. I hate the leaked footage. I'm waiting for the trial. I'm done with Idaho till then. That's where I'm at, cray. Except, when articles will come out or things like that, I'll take a look at it. We may talk about it in passing like this, but that's it. This isn't even the one I wanted to show you. There were some ones I wanted to show you. Here's the one. This mom strangled her 12-year-old and tried to kill her 4-year-old out of Tennessee. On Tuesday, she admitted to it. There was an endangered child alert issued for the younger boy after his brother was found dead by their father. She confessed to the killing shortly thereafter. Police said she tried to conceal evidence before fleeing with her son to Bedford County. And she and her son were found in Coffee County. An autopsy is pending. There's not a ton about it, but horrible. Now we have Georgia teen purposely runs over woman at parking lot, killing her. What? Well, you've ruined your life. Florida woman charged with murder after girlfriend's decomposing remains found on porch. How do these cases not? This is like the thing that kills me about YouTube. I don't get it, you guys. I just ate in your money. Oh, Alex Murdoch. Who brought that up? Was it? I saw it. I think it was Music City Mom. Missing Indigenous cases get zero coverage. I know. They don't. It's horrible. Hey, Angie. Yeah, I saw you were calling. I had to decline it because I was live. Okay. Florida woman charged with murder after girlfriend's decomposing remains found on porch. A Florida woman has been charged with the murder of her girlfriend whose badly decomposed remains were found on a Jacksonville porch a week after she was last seen. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office said that Heather Shepard, 43, was last seen June 29th, and her remains in an advanced stage of decomposition were found on July 5th. They did not release a cause of death. But 43-year-old Shannon McCarthy was arrested Tuesday and charged with murder. There is a history of domestic violence between them, and she was out on bond. Shepard reportedly told the sheriff that McCarthy sent her a series of text messages on February 5th that made her fear for her life, and she said she was still recovering from head injuries from a January 29th attack. I mean, there's so much, but I think we're going to end with this one because it seems like, look, she's missing. So sometimes I like to, just get their faces out there for a second if we can. State police seek tips on disappearance of special needs Pennsylvania woman Candace Coffis. Oh, thank you, Angie. Thank you so much. Very sweet. I knew it was Angie. What, when I said someone was calling? I'm over all the BK conspiracies. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, I would bet my life on it. When trial comes, all these conspiracies, it's just going to be pointless bullshit that was just used to keep people talking about it. It brings a lot of, Idaho is it's actually the case where I've got the most numbers ever. I mean, on TikTok, I had a couple videos hit 1 million views. Over here, there were times there was 2,000 people in the chat. People are absolutely obsessed, and it's crazy. I want to know too. I'm going to keep going. Oh, look, Deb MPA. Okay. Pennsylvania State Police continue to search for a 34-year-old Union Township woman who hasn't been seen in a year. Wow. According to Pennsylvania State Police, Candace Coffis' parents reported her missing July 16, 2022 at 3 a.m. Erie News Now reports a passerby spotted her the same day she disappeared around 5:30 a.m. near the railroad tracks. Despite extensive search efforts by search and rescue teams, tracking canine units, aviation, and scuba teams, Coffis remains missing. Police are here's some more pictures of her. Oh my God almighty. That doesn't sound good at all. Coffis has Prader-Willi syndrome, which affects various body parts. She likes to be around water and tends to avoid responding to her name, police said. We're just lost without her. We just miss her and we just want her home, her mother said. Oh my God almighty. And I don't know what that syndrome is, if it requires medication, doctor's visits. She's been missing for a long time. That is sad. That is so sad, Copper. Oh. Here, we'll end with this. She was last seen in a purple shirt, orange shorts, blue purple sneakers. She's only 4'9" and 95 pounds. This is a local news on it. God, that hurts my heart.
Veterans, when you're struggling.
These parents, Ashley Reel's dad, oh my God. It's sad.
Reach out.
Find resources.
That's why. This is one of the reasons why responsible coverage is so important. Because these people, they're going like through a lot, things that we could never imagine going through unless you have. I'm just pissed today at freaking all of everything. I'm sorry, y'all.
VA.gov.
Really, this Candace stuff or Carly stuff has me.
It's been 1 year since Candace Caffis has been missing, and the search for the missing Crawford County woman continues. Jade Leah Burns joins us in the control room with the story. Jade?
Brian, it's been 365 days, and Candace's parents have spent every day looking for her.
I don't know. We're just lost without her. We just miss her. We just want her home.
On July 16, 2022, Candace Leanne Caffis went missing from her home in Crawford County. She's 4'9", 95 pounds, and was 34 at the time of disappearance. It's been 1 year since she was last seen on.
My God. I think we're all pissed off. Yeah. I'm sorry, you guys. Appreciate you being here, though, and listening to me. Just imagine there's likely someone as bad as any of these cases within a 5-mile radius of any one of us. Well, I know the parents that had the kids locked up, that's going to be my next little project. Maybe I'll do a pre-recorded video or something, but I want to do some research and find any more information I can on the situation, the parents, what they were up to, if they had social media, those kinds of things, because they had these boys locked in the home. We can all be pissed off together. Yes. Well, we are. But, yeah.
Railroad tracks on Route 285 between Geneva and Conneaut Lake, Pennsylvania.
We just want people to know she's still missing, and because there's been places I put up flyers and talk to people, and they don't even realize she's still missing.
According to family, Candace fled their home early in.
It's so sad. It's like, what about this missing woman? You know what I mean? Let me stop. I think I need a good sleep before I continue with
Morning hours, escaping through the bathroom window. Carol tells us Candace has a condition where she has a mentality of a 10 to 12-year-old. Her mother emotionally describes what she remembers of Candace.
She was fun.
Oh my God, the mentality. Oh my God almighty.
She was so happy. I don't know. She had lots of friends.
Carol says there has not been any information given that has led to where Candace might be.
We hear things. There's a lot of misinformation and lies out there, and
Candace's parents remind people to look twice when going past a missing person sign.
See something, don't wait. I don't know why everybody's hesitant to say anything, but I guess people, myself, I've walked by missing posters and stuff and never paid attention to them either,
What an excellent point. I have too, and I think we all need to try to make a point to do that. There is Cutie Pie. It's terrifying. And Kate, good to see you, babe. By the way, I mentioned that at the beginning, so let me take you guys back. That's how we're going to wrap this up. This Carly situation has disturbed me from the beginning, because you have these cases which all these people jump onto. It's on every channel. They're all the conspiracies and the craziness and, oh my God, they're shocking, horrifying. And we had no idea of the facts. Now we know the facts, and I'm more inclined to say it deserves no attention. There are many. The only attention that deserves is to bring attention to other people and other victims that aren't getting the attention, because there's a lot out there. There's an epidemic of missing Black women. And I showed a couple of these screenshot. So this came from the Amsterdam News. It says that 40% of missing persons are of color, but Black people only make up 13% of the population. And they're talking about how Gabby Petito was on every newspaper, all over the place, but Black women get no coverage. 100,000 women of color went missing in 2020. And yeah, Black women aren't. They're more likely to go missing, but they're more likely to go missing and less likely to get media coverage. So now we have a Black woman who goes missing and the whole damn world is paying attention. And it's this. So I'm over it. Oh no, KK. So anyways, oh, thank you, Kate. Yada, yada, yada. I love your name. She changed it because of Letitia, I think. Can I just say, I'm sick to death of Idaho. Yeah, you can say that. I kind of feel the same way. I mean, if there's something new, I want to hear it, but I don't. Like I said, I think there's a distinction, and there's like true crime, and then we have conspiracy. Both are fun, but like, I just want to keep it based on the facts. And it's hard to do when a case is like spiraling like that and being talked about so much all over the place, and all this footage is being released just to keep people stirred up and talking and all the things. Love you, Woofy. I'd love to change the world, but I don't know what to do, so I leave it up to you. 10 years after, listen to that song. It oddly makes one feel better. No, they don't, Mystic. I did a TikTok about that like a while back. Okay, so tonight, you guys definitely go watch Jen. She has not talked about Carly's case at all. At 9 o'clock, she's going to be talking about it. And I think she's also going to be her angle is kind of this, that I'm sure she'll talk about what happened, but she wants to bring attention to all the Black women who never get talked about. And so, yeah. Don't take a break, K-Braze. Just take like a day or two break, but don't leave us. It's okay to take a break, though, if you need it, because me too. I'm a little frustrated. Thank you, Deb and PA. All right, you guys. Yes, there was another victim found, actually, but I don't know if it's, too much about it yet. But, Friday, we have business. I have to go get Trenton, you guys. I love and appreciate you. I hope you have a nice evening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for putting up with my nonsense. Thank you for listening to my rant. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you to my mods too. I really, really do appreciate you guys. And B Crumbs, I don't think I saw that super sticker. Thank you. And Carol Claus and Angie, I love and appreciate you guys. And yeah, have a good night. Bye.